Good to see you, Doodlebug. Yeah, we're under caution right now. The race just got underway. Hope things are going well. We're a little late getting going. I didn't think they were going to start the race, to be honest. I thought it was going to get rain delayed. All right, hopefully I'm not breaking anything with the stream. I'm installing some software right now. Oh, good to see you, Jared. Yeah, race just got underway. Do I show the actual race? Oh, we'll show highlights during the race. That would be illegal to show the full race. But if anything big happens, any big stories, we'll pull that up on Twitter, show the replay. That's the most we do. If you want to watch the actual race, go to the CW. And if you don't have a way to watch the CW on their website or app, you can watch the battle cam, so you can at least see some footage live from the race. Hey, this is slow. So perfectly timed caution for Connor Zillage there. Parker Kligerman's in the car. I would not be surprised if Parker Kligerman won this race. You know, it's going to be hard, obviously. But man, it would be awesome. I'm going to try some different software for my webcam. So I may swap it out here in a second. It might help with our lighting a bit. All right. Going back under commercial again. All right, we don't want any microphone effects. Let's go to our video. Webcam. Turn on the virtual key light. Let's see what it does now. There may be two of me on screen. Don't worry, guys. Michael says it's raining. Is it really raining? Let's look at the radar. I can actually pull up a radar on stream. So if we get under a weather delay, I can pull that up. Oh, yeah. So I don't know if you guys will be able to see my radar. Yeah, I mean, that doesn't look too good. The green doesn't jive with the green screen very well. Carl, it's not going to help me to look outside. There's not much going on out there. Are you outside of my window, Carl? That would be a bit creepy. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've been monitoring it. We already had the Xfinity qualifying canceled. And if you look at the weather forecast, as I'm guessing a result of Hurricane Aaron, there's just rain system after rain system coming through the Talladega area. Not Talladega, Daytona. Same thing. It's a mess. Like I don't know. There's going to be little pockets here and there where they can race maybe for a couple hours, but the difficulty is when it rains at one of these plate tracks and they lose the track, it takes, you know, what, 2 hours to dry the track. And so if they have a 2-hour window of when it's not raining, by the time they get it restarted, it's going to start raining again. So I'm a little worried about tomorrow's race. Hopefully they can get in tonight's race. Hmm. Yeah, but I thought it was probably Hurricane Aaron. They weren't close to it, but, you know, hurricanes are massive. So if you're anywhere within hundreds of miles, you can still get a bunch of rain. I won't be able to use the NVIDIA stuff tonight. Right, let's look at Daytona's page, see if they've said anything. No. Oh my goodness. I wonder if somebody will post this video. It said a driver get hit by debris. I'm thinking it's not Harrison Burton. Who is that? I wasn't paying attention. Oh no. Well, now it works. After I close the app, it decides to work. Get out of here. Throw that back up. All right, we're back, ladies and gentlemen. Tomorrow we'll try out the new webcam software. Yeah, it's good. Connor was able to get out of the car. Was that Harrison Burton? I saw the Dex imaging on his helmet, but I wasn't paying enough attention to catch who it was, who they were showing. That's crazy. Driving along, what, probably around 70 miles per hour and just get hit by debris. Possibly launched from another car at who knows how fast. Pretty crazy. Yeah, they're talking about the rain right now. Let's take another look. Yeah, there's one little block of green touching the track. It's a very small system. Let me see if I can try to find. I have a radar button. Links, radar. Perfect. National Weather Service radar. Get that pulled up for you guys and show you guys what we're dealing with here. Right there. I hate this progressive commercial. It's so stupid. But yeah, there's the track. Right off the main road. And the rain's barely touching. How do I feel about potted meat sandwiches? I do not partake. So it's not a huge system. But all it takes is enough rain to get the cars off the track. And we may not see racing for the next 2 hours. So this could be a problem. Don't use my own spells against me. I am the one who accuses people of being communist. Just a big mess down here. Carl earlier said, look out my window in terms of rain, and actually it's about to rain. Pretty crazy. It's just a tiny bit of rain, but it looks like it's gonna filter through the track, so it may bring the cars off the track. That's a little worrying. Let's see what our leaderboard looks like. Pull that back up. So Sam Mayer currently showing as the leader. Sammy Smith second. Austin Hill, obviously, way up there. Third, Justin Allgaier fourth. Fifth, Brandon Jones. Sixth, Carson Quaffle. Seventh, Christian Eckes. Eighth, Matt Benedetto. Ninth, Taylor Gray. And 10th, Leland Honeyman. Yeah, I mean, let's go look at our thing again. Let's see if I can pull open the weather forecast for the next few days. All right. So this is what the forecast looks like right now. And it looks like the chance of rain just goes up from now. Falls off a little bit overnight. It's still persistent, spotty. And then tomorrow, this is probably about when they would restart the race if it did get postponed to tomorrow. And it's higher than it is now. So do we get the race in? And each time they have to drive the track, that's like 2 hours. I don't know. I doubt it. I doubt I'll do any NFL games. If I do any football games, it would probably be LSU football. Yeah, it's there's that system, we'll pull it back up, filtering through the track. This one should update here soon. They update about every 6 minutes, I believe, if it's pulling from the same radar I'm looking at on my phone. And it's not really moving that much. Like, it hasn't moved all that much since we've been looking at it. But it has a slight southward movement. So that's going to bring this down through the track. Yep. Currently at a standstill. Let's see what's going on Twitter. All right, let's pull open Twitter. Take a look, see what people are saying. Since we're under a red flag situation. They say must-see TV, but not much going on right now on the CW. Blaney will lead the field to the green tomorrow at Daytona. Ryan Blaney, row 1. Row 2, Alex Bowman. I think for the last like 10 races or something, Alex Bowman has the highest average finish. It's about 8th. Very impressive. Definitely a good comeback for Alex Bowman. The helmet visor of Harrison Burton is broken. That is nuts. Well, I mean, this is perfect for him. Hopefully they can get a replacement put on there. I'm not sure how easy those are to swap out. I'm sure he has to have a spare helmet around. Connor Zilic doesn't need his helmet. How big is Connor Zilic's head? A lap around Daytona from the Intimidator's eyes. I've already seen this. This is awesome. Just look how the cars could get runs on each other, how they were spaced out. Just able to pull right up to him. And, you know, you could bump a little bit in these older cars. Definitely not in the corners. But, I mean, look how close Dale gets up here. Just pulls up that little tap. What a beautiful run. Reading the air. He could see it. He could see it. Well, this is our only highlight so far. Car's been brought to pit road due to rain at Daytona. The rain isn't moving. It's just not moving. Look at the radar again. I mean, it's just sitting on top of the track, just right on this boundary. So, I mean, even though it's not the heaviest rain, if this shifts a little further south, we may be done. But what annoys me is a lot of times when it's just a light rain, they just leave it up to fate. They're just like, okay, if we're going to lose the track, we'll lose the track. No, I want to see the jet dryers out there right now fighting the rain. Put I know it's a huge track. Send out like how, I don't know, 100 teams, I guess, to put tarps out. Giant tarps, baseball field sized tarps. At least 100 trucks with just giant tarps. Have them roll them up. I don't know. There's something. Anything would help. Anything would help over just waiting for the track to get wet. This guy's talking about NXT right now. Talking about NXT Superstars main eventing WrestleMania. I know they're trying to hype up NXT, but I don't think you're ever going to see an NXT full-timer headline WrestleMania. Crazy. The lightning clock is important for safety, but needs to be reworked for NASCAR desperately. What more can you do? What more can you do? I mean, it wouldn't even be safe to just let the car stay on the track. So, I mean, what's the issue? The Xfinity Series race is on the CW. Well, sadly, that's not what's happening. The CW is wrong. So this is the National Weather Service's radar. I also have their local radar pulled up. And, I mean, they're just right here on the edge. It might not be raining there right now. But I can't show you guys because the colors for my green screen mess up the webcam. But the rain is sitting right outside of turn 4, according to the radar, which is usually, minutes behind. What day is September 5th? Where do you find the race on CW? Michael, you probably don't want to share this information. But if you tell me where you live, I can tell you what channel it is. But yeah, okay. We'll just go to it together. You go to CW Network. Boop. Stream now. We're not actually going to show this. Full race is live on broadcast only, so you're not able to see it on their website. But this is a way to get to it. And you can go down here to this battle cam. And this battle cam will show you an exterior shot of the race. It'll have no commentary, and they're just covering on-track action. So it's a pretty good way to watch it. The other way is to find out whatever channel the CW is on if you have a cable package. If you do not have a cable package, get an antenna. I know you can't just procure one immediately, but if you already have one, most likely you have a CW affiliate in your area. So tune in there, and hopefully the CW is showing it in your area. The other way, if you don't want to go to the website, go to their app. And you can also watch the battle cam. And if you don't have a cable package and you don't have an antenna and you don't want to watch the battle cam, one thing you can do, what I'm doing right here, if you look in the upper left-hand corner, US Live TV. It's ustvnow.com. $4 for a 24-hour trial, and you can watch the race. And I love doing that. I'm able to pull it up on my computer here, able to pull it up on my MacBook and watch it. So, not bad. Cars are rolling. Cars are rolling. So that's good. I mean, but the rain is still right there, so... Oh, no, they're not rolling. They were just showing a replay of Harrison Burton's in-car. Dirty dogs. Made me a liar. Yeah, I was about to say, I mean, the rain is still right here. It hasn't moved. I was like, bold going out on track right now. The radar does look the best it has. The radar looks the best it has. You have the app. What channel? What? You have the CW app. Is that what question you're asking? Because it's... We'll go to it again. There is no official... They don't show the full race through the app. You can't watch the race with commentary through the app or website. You have... let's pull it back up. This is all you'll find. Daytona Battle Cam. You can either watch one of the in-car cameras, or you can watch the Battle Cam. The Battle Cam is the one you would probably want to see. Oh, that's probably the Battle Cam right there, maybe. But anyway, that's what you want to be watching. You're not gonna have commentary, so what I would do is I would pull open NASCAR.com or the NASCAR app and play the commentary in the background. If you want commentary. MRN, PRN, or whoever's broadcasting, they usually do a good job. The radar looks the best it has in a while. The rain really hasn't moved, but it's kind of dissipated. So at least on their local radar, KMLB, it's showing no rain over the track currently. But we don't see cars rolling, so maybe not a good sign. Oh, we have an alert? Rip current statement. Can I hide these? There we go. Yeah, it depends on if you want the commentary or not. I mean, some people might just like to listen to the battle cam. just follow along with the engine sounds. Especially if you just wanted to relax and fall asleep. Right now, you wouldn't be hearing much because the cars aren't out on track. You would just hear a lot of jet dryers, I guess. I'm not hearing much complaint about lightning, so that's a good sign. The track shouldn't be too wet, but even, you know, at this level of moisture, it may still take 30 minutes for them to get the cars back out on track, so that is a little worrying. They're talking about the O'Reilly Auto Parts series. That just sounds disgusting. Not a fan. Trying to explain to my family why cars weren't on track today. A few years ago, a man was sadly killed by lightning after a race, and the courts ruled it was NASCAR's fault. So now to get insurance coverage, you needed a race. We can't go race, even when it's not raining. If lightning is a few miles away. Daughter, don't bad things just happen sometimes and it's nobody's fault? Yes, but some judges don't believe that and it ruins others' fun. There's a lesson in there somewhere. Good job, Brad. YouTube TV has all the channels. Yeah, YouTube TV is one of the more popular cable packages. I used to have YouTube TV. When I first got YouTube TV years ago, back when it first launched, I think I was paying $35 a month. And when I canceled it, I was paying $85. And they didn't really add anything extra that I wanted. Every time they would add like 5 foreign language channels or 5 gossip channels, you know, stupid things I don't watch. It's not foreign language channels aren't stupid, but they're not required for me. I don't need those. You know, I'm not looking for the Deportes package. And they would add that, and then they would charge me more. The bill would go up $5, $10. You know, they would add like MTV 1, 2, and 20, and VH1, all these random channels I didn't need from Viacom and Paramount and all that. Didn't want those channels. They add them anyway, price goes up. It got out of hand. Pocono, August 2012. You saw it in person. That's rough. Dale Jr. throwback scheme for the final for the final season of my NASCAR Heat career mode. Oh man, got a Cadillac. What a crazy scheme here. Target king of deals. That's funny. Xfinity winning driver reminder. No burnout interview. Interview will take place in victory lane. That's huge news. I don't know if we're going to get to the end of this race. It may never end. Let's get the radar again. It's 8:04. Our last radar update was at 8 p.m. Central Time. 9 their time. Yeah, I see his tweets a lot. Honestly. NASCAR caught the number 24 team making an unapproved adjustment and issued a penalty. On their second attempt through inspections, after passing all stations, they were observed making an unapproved adjustment to the splitter. The struts were reinstalled and the car was rerun over the USS and failed due to the adjustment. Oh my goodness. Cheaters. I already heard he was ejected. I didn't hear why. That's pretty wild. Oh, what a beautiful cover. That's funny. I wish I could do a Lee Diffie voice, because I would do that right here. I would read it in his voice. Man, I really want to see Kyle Busch win tomorrow. Just to see if this happens. I was actually just watching the 2001 Pepsi 400 last night. NASCAR uploaded it onto their NASCAR Classics channel in HD, and it's beautiful. What a great race that was. There's dumb, and then there's get your crew chief ejected one race before the playoffs dumb. Not like it matters, but William Byron's number 24 team should probably know better not to mess with NASCAR. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, imagine if it had been worse and somehow they received an L1 or L2 penalty or something and lose points going into the playoffs somehow. NASCAR's done weirder things. Look at that beautiful car. The red wheels. That is just beautiful. Kyle Busch is a must-win. You hope Alex Bowman wins and makes it. Well, he doesn't have to win. As long as someone without a... I mean, as long as someone with a win wins, which is 15 drivers right now, almost half the field, you know, he would make it in. That's right, NASCAR 25 cover reveal, I think at 2:55 p.m. Eastern time. But that's if the weather permits. They were going to do it in the fan zone. And so if lightning or weather interrupts it, then they'll have to cancel that. Or at least move it around. So just keep your eyes tuned to specifically Twitter or whatever other news source you get your NASCAR news from tomorrow around 2:55 Eastern. 14 drivers have a win. Oh yeah, Reddick's locked in. That's right. Yeah, Reddick's locked in on points, I believe. Close enough. 15 drivers are locked in. So, I mean, you know, it wouldn't matter if Reddick won either. Right? Right? That sounds right. Let's look at our point standings. Yeah, Reddick is locked in on point. I mean, Bowman is also locked in on points. I mean, he's exactly 60 ahead. But if Buescher got the win required to get to the 60 points, plus like maybe the Xfinity fastest lap, the win would automatically put him in anyway. So, yeah, the only way Tyler Reddick misses is if he just dies. Yeah, we're not worried if Tyler Reddick wins. So, pretty much exactly what I said. The 15 guys that are locked in, stay locked in. And as long as one of those 15 win, Alex Bowman, makes it in. Well, they're interviewing Dale Jr. right now. I wish Dale Jr. was on the broadcast just permanently. Just no matter what network NASCAR's on, Dale is there. Watch Parker Kligerman come back and win this race. Take a look at our scoreboard real quick. Just to... not that anything's changed. Lap 21 of 100 right now. Where is Kligerman scored? Connors Village. So that's not going to update, I guess. I don't think that's possible, Justin. I don't think Reddit can get eliminated. Let's look at it again. Yeah, I mean, so back to 17th. So he is... I mean, yeah, I guess if he wrecked and finished dead last, he would possibly get jumped by Bowman on points. Because he is... what, 29 points behind Tyler Reddick? So I guess mathematically he could get eliminated possibly. But what are the chances of that? You know, no one knows. Someone's going to get involved in the big one. It's close. I'm not forgetting there's a high chance of a new winner at Daytona. I'm not forgetting that. But a good portion of the field already has a win. Those are typically the more competitive cars. But I mean, I've said it time and time again on this channel, though. Anyone can win at Daytona. I said it last week. I've said it this week. That is impossible to forget when talking about a modern day plate race. I don't know if I said this, but good to see you, iRacing official. We're still waiting on this rain to move out. The rain is right outside the track still. This is the best the radar has looked in a while. That system that was sitting over the track has moved out closer to the coast. So that's definitely a good thing in terms of us getting the race in. It's around where the track is. Actually, it's right there. You can see Lake Lloyd. So this is where the National Weather Service's radar is showing the rain, but their local radar, KMLB, is showing the rain all the way out to the coast. So they have some breathing room. But again, it takes forever to drive the track at Daytona, so who knows when we'll go live. I'm thinking about pulling up some gameplay racing while they are under rain delay. Well, I mean, it's more complex than that. The new winner alone wouldn't eliminate Tyler Reddick. It would be a new winner plus him finishing like dead last and Alex Bowman getting a ton of points. Because if so he needs multiple things to go wrong to get eliminated. I don't see it happening. It definitely could, but does Alex Bowman have that good finish? What if him and Bowman get in the same wreck? So, like, I don't know. Reddick would have to finish dead last. Bowman would have to finish very highly in the top 10 at least. I just don't see it happening. It would be the craziest thing. Anything's possible at the lottery track of Daytona. I mean, we had Harrison Burton win there. Was that last year? That was awful. Awful way to end the regular season. So it certainly could. So what Bowman needs to do is, if he's not going to win the race himself, Bowman needs to go out there and wreck someone. Not wreck someone. Yeah, he can go ahead and wreck someone. No, he needs to go out there and help someone to the win who has already won a race. That's the strategy. All right. So we'll go ahead and just do some NASCAR, I guess, while we're waiting on the race to go back green. Not really much going on Twitter right now. There's no real highlights to look at. We've looked at the radar all we can. We're just waiting for them to go back live. So let's go with... Yeah, we'll go with the Oreo, Chevy Monte Carlo, and ooh, look at that. Daytona Beach 500. Road course, yes. Pepsi 400. That's what we want. All right, we're back from commercial break, but they're still under red flag, it looks like. Hopefully they get back under green, but until then.
Qualify. Don't hold anything back.
I mean, everyone in the field. Yeah, Michael, I'm very familiar with Daytona racing. Like, of course he's in danger of getting in the big one. Everyone is. Even the leader can be involved. But that same risk also applies for the rest of the field, including Alex Bowman. That's just a crazy list of things to go wrong for Tyler Reddick, for him to miss the playoffs. They would have to have a new winner, and Alex Bowman would have to have a great day, because he's what, 29 points back, I think, from Tyler Reddick. So he would have to finish that many positions ahead, at least, of Tyler Reddick. And with how many, like, and even if he gets in the wreck, who's to say he would have enough damage to take him out? With how some of these races go, you can get in a big wreck early on, repair the damage, and then once half the field wrecks out, you end up passing them back. So
All that matters is we're in the show.
it's definitely possible. Anything's possible. I just don't see Reddick missing. Bowman he's in the danger zone, because I mean, it's not really in his hands whether he makes it or not. It's just, will we get a new winner or not? You know, so I am not jealous of Bowman. what we're doing.
Tonight, it's super speedway action under the lights. MRN is live at the Daytona International Speedway.
Still under
this
red
evening
flag right
with
now.
Flag-to-flag coverage of the Pepsi 400. With the history and prestige here at this track, the teams seem to be all pushing themselves just a little harder this week.
Well, you're right. To have your name mentioned as a
The
former
Pepsi
winner
400. Beautiful race.
Easy. Green, green, green.
All right, let's hope we get up to speed here. Oh, baby. Hopefully we don't explode. The engine may just grenade any minute. She sounds fast. I don't know if she is fast, but she sounds fast. Oh, yep, there we go. We're grenading.
That's one more down.
The only reason they're gone is because of a flood. I didn't know that about the flood. I mean, maybe I've heard that in the past. An explanation I've heard is that they make more money off selling RV spots than they do having the grandstands back there. I miss the backstretch grandstands at Daytona and at Talladega. It's a shame because it was a great view. Man, they got us killed there. That was a terrible setup. Yeah, 30. Front spring 0%. This guy's a madman. The track flooded and it collapsed. Are you sure about that? Collapse. I'm pretty sure they collapsed it intentionally. I believe there's a video of the stands collapsing. Is that what you're saying? The track flooded and it collapsed? Like, I don't think the flood caused the collapse. I think they did that to get rid of the stands. All right, so we need 270, 270, 160, 120, 90, 435. All right, we're back under yellow flag. I don't know if we're gonna get this race in. Just go ahead and start the race.
Tonight.
Okay, here we go.
So we're back under yellow flag. So as soon as they get back to rolling, at least rolling towards green flag, we'll switch back over.
Clear all around.
I just have a look at this.
In the rearview mirror. Number 20.
That's what Jeff Gordon used to say.
Okay, we're there.
All right, she's rolling. Oh goodness.
18 car. Up high. Still beside you. Advance for position. Nice job. Clear.
We're cutting through the field just like Junior would.
Number
Using
32.
lessons learned from his father. my, the engine's grenading again. How are people not having their engine grenade?
Keep it up.
These setups do not allow the car to run more than a couple laps. What is up with this? I've tried 2 different setups, and they both just grenaded the engine. Very disappointing. Let me Google it. What happened to the Daytona? The backstretch stands at Daytona International Speedway were removed between 2015 and 2016 as part of the $400 million Daytona Rising project, which replaced outdated seating and improved fan experience with a more modern stadium-like front stretch design. The demolition of the massive backstretch bleachers, which held 46,000 seats, allowed for a focus on enhancing the front stretch amenities, improving the view of the track from the front, and creating a better overall fan environment. Yeah, that's more in line with what I've heard. Gear ratio. I don't know what the default is. Let's just go default setup. Tire pressure. Max it out. We'll try the 0% front springs like that guy had set. Maybe he knows what he's... Oh, come on. Maybe he knows what he's talking about. Let's try this out.
Tonight, it's super speedway action.
We're still in a commercial here, but we are rolling once more.
Be ready now. Green's coming. Go, buddy. Green flag.
We're gonna try to get in this race. I don't know if lap time. It looks like they're gonna go back green. We'll switch it back over to the leaderboard. I wonder how close they're going to get to the end of the stage here. Oh my goodness. Robbie Gordon started falling back fast. That's right, Justin. That's right.
Oh, yeah. Okay, we're clear.
All right, Jeff, you're holding us up here, buddy. Jeff is killing my run. Oh, they are going green flag racing real quick. Oh, wrong thing. Take down the game capture. Stop current emulation. Throw that back up there. So we're currently at 7 to go until stage 1 caution. Good to be back under green flag conditions. After we finally got started. Jeff kept killing our runs there. All right, they're running 2 to 3 wide here. Sammy Smith has a share of the lead with Sam Mayer. Now, where is Austin Hill? We need to keep an eye on that terrorist. We can't let the terrorist win. Interesting. My buddy just invited me out to a GT race in September. We'll see about that. All right, they're stacked up 2 wide. Pretty deep through the field. Just one section of 3 wide. 4 laps to go in the stage. Who wants these points? Oh, man. Justin's all over the back of Sammy Smith. And the 21 is all over the back of Sam Mayer. Kligerman's moved up 5 spots since the restart. Where is Kligerman currently? Oh, we have, yeah, I have to look for Connor Zillich. That's annoying that I have to look back for Connor Zillich. Would have been nice if they updated it for Parker Kligerman. I keep looking for Parker's last name. What PS2 emulator do I use? I was not using a PS2 emulator there. I was using Dolphin. If that's what you're asking about. But when I do use a PS2 emulator, I use PCSX2. PCSX2. It's all right. I prefer the Dolphin emulator. It's more feature-rich currently, even though it's not as stable. This last build of Dolphin, I've had more issues with than probably any previous build. Games crashing and such, and it's just on a game-to-game basis. Some games don't run very well, but NASCAR 2003 runs really well. Really well. Especially for the NASCAR games, I much prefer playing them on Dolphin than on the PS2 version, because I can use the triggers for gas and brake. On the PS2 version, it was just all gas or all brake, unless you use the right stick for your acceleration, which is a crazy thing to do. All right, 1 lap to go in stage 1. Side by side. Oh my goodness, one looks like one into the wall. Oh, yep, one around. Not great. My audio is ahead of my stream on my computer. All right, so we have caution on the speedway as they come to the end of stage 1. They're currently showing Sammy Smith out front. Carson Quaffle heading down pit road. Not much damage on the 54. He looks pretty safe still. He has a little bit of damage on his right rear. Not sure if that'll affect much. Yeah, I mean, it looks like pretty much everyone avoided massive damage, but we had a couple cars get some damage there. Let's look at the replay here. One comes down on the 27, kind of. 31 gets into the back of the... 31 gets into the back of the 1. Oh, yeah. Yeah, so the one definitely received a fair amount of damage. He should be able to continue, but unless he's in the draft, he's going to be in trouble for a bit. But there's still a lot of race to go, so they may be able to tape that thing back together. Hopefully get him to a decent finish. Man, Carson was so close to saving it. Just lost it. So the 54 looks like he has a bit of splitter damage. It looks a little bent. So we'll see if they can straighten that back out. That's pretty rough. Amtrak Aviation and More says, dude, show race. Dude, no. I'm not going to get copyright striked for showing the race. We'll show the replay if we get a replay of the wreck, but I'm not going to show the broadcast on here. Yes, yeah, people come in here and expect me just to stream the race. Like, that's legal. If you see anyone else doing that, you know, good for them. But a lot of those channels that stream the football game and stuff, you know, whatever sporting event, those channels get banned immediately after. I don't know what you're not getting about this, Amtrak. Yeah. Yeah, I can't show the live broadcast. All right, let's look at Xfinity's page and see if they have a replay. What's the point of a watch-along? You watch it along with me. That is the point of the watch-along. That's why we have the live leaderboard here. That's the point of the watch-along. You must have missed the whole COVID era when people would do watch-alongs. There's a watch-along GoldenEye with Pierce Brosnan. Yeah, yeah. Some people have a hard time grasping certain concepts. No replay yet from the crash. Xfinity is usually pretty good about posting the replay. We currently do not have one. He's going from cast to cast asking these questions. Thank you, Bones. Thank you, Bones. Keeping an eye on the situation. Hey, I mean, more power to him. If it works, it works. Maybe he's gotten someone to show the race before. I'm happy to provide multiple options on how to watch the race. Excuse me, Andrew. I didn't see anything bad. My chat, I think, mostly automatically filters out language. So if your chat didn't go through, it wasn't manually removed. Yeah, I'm not seeing a replay yet. Let's go back to Xfinity's page. No, the last update was the green flag restart. Disappointing. Take a look at the radar again. Okay, yeah, we're looking pretty good right now. We're probably going to get a good bit of this race in. Go ahead and pull that back up. Take a look at our radar. So there's the track. I mean, we're looking really good right now. Let's get some motion on this. See what we're looking like. That is just sketchy. The system's not moving that much. It's just degrading. That is a very close call. If that rain cell had just gotten stuck over the track, yeah, we would have just had to call it. It would have been over. So we don't have to worry about the rain for now. That's good. That's our last update from Xfinity. Them going back to green flag racing. I get it wasn't the most entertaining, massive wreck, but I still would have liked a replay. Any other track and they would post it, but I guess since it's not up to par, up to snuff. Oh, here we go. They do have a replay up now. 23 seconds ago. So we were coming to the caution anyway. Stage 1 was about to end, but they decided to go ahead and speed things up for us. Ask your doctor about Benzellix. I love these prescription medication commercials. So the 54, you see he has some... Let's go back a little bit. His splitter is bent up a little bit. And the splitter is usually hard to fix. Because the cars are really sealed to the track. So I don't think they're going to be able to seal that back off. But otherwise, the car doesn't look that damaged. You saw Amtrak and 5 other channels demanding to see the race. The brightest minds. He could just go to the CW website and see more of the race than he is here. There are websites he could go to illegally watch it. There's multiple options he has. I could provide him with several options. One as low as $4. I mean, there are some other ways to watch it, but I mean, you can watch the battle cam for free. You can watch the in-car cameras. There's multiple things he could do. Amtrak, if you want to see the race, we've already done this. I'll pull it back up. You won't have commentary, but you can watch the race. And also, I've had 2 people tell me that you're in other channels asking to see the race. I think I believe those other 2 people. Or there's just some imposter with a very similar name to count. All right, let's take a look. You can go to the CW's website. You can go to their app. You click on the battle cam right here, battle cam. That's how you can watch the race. You're not going to get the same coverage we're getting on the main broadcast, but you will be able to see some portion of the race. Yeah, crazy work, right, Justin? This is how you can watch it. That's you just doing your welcome sayings. Interesting. Very interesting. You have to make an what am I trying to say? An introduction. I had half the word and I forgot what I was saying. All right, stage 2. Looks like we're about 5 laps underway. Stage 2, Jesse Love leads us off. Parker Kligerman in second now. Justin's getting dirt to Daytona tomorrow. That's awesome. That's really awesome. I'm kind of annoyed at how delayed my MacBook is compared to the audio coming through my desktop. Yeah, Dirt to Daytona is a fun one. The TV upstairs, a very bad reception is your only hope. Yeah, when my cable package gets the CW, but when I watch it in the living room, I have an antenna in there. I just throw it on the antenna because it's less delayed and it actually looks better than the cable package because it's streaming. Justin said after that, you just have 3 or 4 more games until you have all the main NASCAR PS2 games. No sounds, all you see just colorful squares and some portions of a good race and then just lose the signal. That's rough. That's rough. Let me look on here. Let me look on here. A little birdie. This is all allegedly. A little birdie told me you could go to a website called the TV app. Just search that. That's a way to watch the CW. But if you want to just get a paid, a legal way to watch the stream, you can watch it through US TV now. It's $4 for a 24-hour trial. Justin said it's not hard to love Jesse Love as a driver, pun intended. He's up there battling. You would think his car would be a rocket ship like Austin Hill's, because Austin Hill is usually up here competing for the lead, if not absolutely just dominating the race. You find it hilarious that he did in like 10 races what Sheldon Creed couldn't do in one a race in the two. Yeah. I hate how Sheldon Creed was done in his time with the two. He was done dirty. Look at that. Parker Kligerman out front. We'll see how long this lasts. I don't know if they just didn't take tires. I don't know what strategy got them up there. If they didn't pit, I have no clue. Creed kept saying, oh, RCR gives Austin Hill all the good equipment. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what happened there. The ones on pit road. Carson Quaffle off the track. Yeah, not great. That's devastating, Amtrak. Yeah, Kligerman to P1. Who would have guessed that? I mean, he's a good racer, and it looks like they have him in a good car. It's just Daytona is such a lottery track. If he doesn't have the help, or if he's not in the right place at the right time, he's going to have a hard time staying up front. Right now, he doesn't have a lot of help. Well, it was fun while it lasted. It was fun while it lasted. He got in the sucker hole. That happens. 3 wide throughout half the field. Yeah, I mean, it's... that's Daytona racing. Like we were saying, it's such a lottery track, you just have to make every move perfectly and then have a boatload of luck. Absolutely crazy. But like, if you guys, can see what's going on in the race right now, look at the gaps between the drivers. Like, they can pull up and bump each other, but there's a consistent gap between each car. You're not going to see much of that tomorrow. Tomorrow, they're just going to be bumper to bumper. Man, the leaderboard is just going to be switching constantly between people. Jaime went from 3rd to 10th in one update. That's insane. See, it can happen fast at Daytona. We're under commercial again. We are getting a side-by-side commercial. So that's good. If I'm going to have a commercial, at least do a side-by-side under green flag. Whew. The 8's trying to get around the 16. He's trying. I thought that was the 16 out front. Is that the 11? Yeah, that's Justin Haley out front. How about that? Justin Haley may be looking for a ride next season. There's rumors that he's getting replaced in the Cup Series, which is crazy because he just switched over to Spire at the end of last year, and then this year's gone pretty poorly. He was getting better finishes in Rick Ware Racing equipment. So tell me, whose fault is it? Yeah, remember, Justin Haley has one Cup Series win at this track. So Justin Haley, he's the real deal when it comes to Daytona. He won the lottery. I think he was in the Fraternal Order of Eagles car at the time, I think. Dude, what if Justin Haley won the race tomorrow? Knocks Alex Bowman out of the playoffs. You don't really want Haley in Cup, but he's a pretty good driver. Pretty good as a driver. Yeah, it would be interesting to see who Spire would get instead. Like, who do they have their eye on? Presumably a Chevy driver. Yeah, there's a lot of rumors around Justin Haley right now. So we'll see. Man, they are 3 wide back through the field from 4th back. It is 3 wide. What if Cody Ware wins tomorrow? That would be the ultimate W for the playoff system. I saw some people debating that earlier in the week, and they were saying if Cody Ware won, the playoffs might be over. They just canceled them immediately. I wouldn't doubt it. I would not doubt it. That's winning you're in. And not even a points requirement. Like, you don't even have to be top 25, top 30. It's just winning you're in. That's insanity. Pure insanity. I believe the only requirement is attempting to start each race outside of, you know, requesting waivers for injury or suspension. Yeah, how about that? Jesse Love back out front. He's got a strong car today, it looks like. You know, not like Dale Earnhardt Jr. strong, but pretty strong. Not even Austin Hill strong. It should be top 20, not going to lie. If it was top 20, they would have to make it 10 to 12 drivers again. Because, like, letting 16 in to the playoffs, but then doing it top 20, that kind of makes win and you're in not as important. You could do top 12 on points alone, or top 10 on points alone. Just take top 10 in points, and then have the 2 highest finishing drivers in points with a win. How about that? How about that? That's my proposal. I don't want any playoff points system at all. I would like a season-long format. But, you know, that would be a way to do it. Some people wish for this compromise, going back to the chase system. But I don't like that either. Imagine you get out to a 300-point advantage when the chase starts, and then it just gets wiped out. You know? A lot of people want them to go back to the chase. I just don't. I don't want any kind of chase. It's kind of stupid to have the drivers build up a points advantage over the course of 26 races and go back to even points. Just reset everybody back to 0 points, first through 10. And so it's even field. The first 26 races didn't really matter. It is better than what we have now. The chase is definitely better than what we have now. But it's just the purity of the Winston Cup points. It's just a good way to do it. And they had that point system for, I think, around, 37 years or something. It was a long time they had that point system. And it worked just fine. What they should have done, if they wanted to make wins matter more, instead of winning you're in, go back to the old Winston Cup style of points, but award more points for a win. Like 15, 20 extra for a win. Or, on top of it. 12 drivers, top 12 on points. But why even lock the points out? You have to reset the field at that point. If you don't do a playoff format, if you don't do a postseason format, you just do a season-long standings, anybody can still win it as long as they're close enough mathematically. So if there's 10 races left or however many, what the postseason format would be, if you're in, let's say, 13th, who's to say you can't have a Tony Stewart-like postseason run and win 7 of the last 10 races, something crazy, and make up the deficit, especially with bad luck for other drivers? I just don't like locking people out, especially with this elimination format. Like, imagine you get eliminated with 3 races left, but you win the last 2 or 3 races, and points-wise, you would have won, but you're already eliminated. That's stupid. Michael says he thinks we'll get halfway. Yeah, we were looking at the radar before we went back green, and it looks really good. And as far as laps, we are past halfway. But we may just get this whole race in. I hope we do. Even though, if they do end up racing to the rain, it's going to get crazy. You know it will. If there's rain in the area, people lose their minds. Justin87 said, should I make a Gen 4 Elliott Sadler car? But it's a Gen 6 custom. So would it be on a Gen 6 body, but the Gen 4 paint scheme? Or would it be... Yeah, that would have to be what it is. Because, how would you make a Gen 6, Gen 4 car? Other than just decals. That should be pretty cool. But what are you... which one are you doing? Are you doing the M&M's Elliott Sadler? Or are you doing the Air Force Wood Brothers Elliott Sadler? Those are the questions we have. I think I actually have that his 21 car. Gen 4 scheme on a Gen 6 car. That'd be pretty cool. If you end up doing that, send it to us. I would love to see that. The late 38. That'd probably look pretty cool. I think I have one M&M's car in my collection, and it's a beat up 1/24 of, I think, Ken Schrader. I was very rough on that one. And Jesse Love first. Austin Hill is leading the inside lane. Let's see if Austin Hill's terrorism engages. Would Austin Hill wreck his teammate for a stage win? We're about to find out. You just want to do older races with your 164th diecast? Ah, interesting. Interesting. That's one way to do it, certainly. Justin, you think you would? Yes. Now, whether or not he does it intentionally, he may wreck him either way. Right now, Jesse Love's blocking the inside. He's just trying to manage both lanes currently. He's doing a decent job so far. Your precious Jesse Love. He seems like a nice enough guy. I did see him as in Jesse Love. I saw him post something I didn't like the other day. Like, he was making excuses about fans being negative. Like, oh, fans are negative about everything. Kind of dismissing people's complaints. And I... like, really? Really, Jesse? All right. 3 laps to go in the stage. Austin Hill is going crazy. Dude, he got very loose. We couldn't make it. We couldn't make it. We couldn't make it. All right, as soon as we get a replay, we'll pull it up for you guys. Sammy Smith ended up going around, and a couple other drivers received damage, looks like. Yeah, RIP Sammy Smith. We'll miss him. Now, luckily, I mean, this is right before the end of the stage, so he should have plenty of time to hopefully make some repairs here. Looks like his right front is down, possibly. Hopefully no steering damage. Didn't look like he had any hard impacts. They currently have Jesse Love scored first, Justin Allgaier second, third Sheldon Creed, fourth Austin Hill, fifth Dean Thompson, sixth Christian Eckes, seventh Harrison Burton, eighth Taylor Gray, ninth Brandon Jones, and 10th Eric Almirola. And Parker Kligerman back there scored 12th currently. Please give the stage to Jesse, the good RCR driver. That's right. That's right. You love and absolutely hate Hill at the same time. Why do you love Austin Hill? I love how much people dislike him. That makes me so happy. Just to see all the memes and the jokes people make, it's hilarious. It's annoying for me because I go to the Talladega Xfinity race almost every year, and he keeps winning them. And it's very frustrating to stand out there in the hot sun for hours just to see Austin Hill win the race again and again. Austin Hill getting that 2014 Brad Keselowski story arc. What a rough time. When he cut Jeff's tire down at that race, I think it was at Texas. Oh my goodness. I hated Brad Keselowski. Now I like him. 27 into the outside wall. Looks like he got the most damage. But I mean, really, we've had a couple crashes to bring out cautions tonight. And they haven't looked too bad so far. And Austin Hill almost obliterated the whole field, including his teammate. Almost. All right, let's see if we have a replay here. Brad's literally your favorite driver. Yeah, I like him now. What is going on there? All right, we don't have a replay up currently. When Matt Kenseth attacked him in the hauler area. Dude, it was, Matt was such a calm guy. Never really got in that many arguments or fights. It was insane when, oh my goodness. Are they giving Justin Allgaier the stage win? Look at that. Justin Allgaier gets the stage win. That is crazy. All right, back to what I was looking at. All right, here we go. We do have a replay now. Replay from NASCAR Xfinity, their Twitter account. So the 27 car, he gets into the wall pretty hard here. It looks like he probably has the most damage here. Let's see what happens to Sammy here. Ah! 27 car, a little bit of damage. And then we have this Toyota. I don't know what number that guy is. He got a fair amount of damage there. Oh, the 26. Okay, the 26, 27, some damage. So a few cars with light damage. Looks like they'll all be able to continue. Unless someone has just critical steering damage. Mark DiNardo, good to see you. Hope things are going well for you tonight. You'll never forget Brad screaming at Kenseth, "You hit me under yellow." You think Sammy Smith is done for? His car did look a little askew. So that's why I bring up steering damage, but I'm hoping it's just because he had a right front down, because I think his right front had been cut down after the wreck. It looked a little low to me, at least. Like, he'll have extra time to, make repairs because they have the whole stage break and cars coming through pit stop. So he should have a few laps to work on it. And then once they restart, as long as he can meet minimum speed, he should be able to stay in it. Who knows? Maybe it's bad enough to take him out of the race. If he's out of the race, you heard it here first. Dark Side says he's out. Check the radar real quick. We're still looking good. Good to go. You're worried about the suspension. So I don't have a replay of him coming to pit road, but his car did look like it was driving a little cattywampus. I think that's the technical term. You feel the same way about Smith as you do about Hill? Love him and hate him? More love him? I don't really have an opinion on Sammy Smith. This lineup of JRM drivers is probably my least favorite in a long time. I don't dislike them. I just don't like them as much. JRM's usually had, huge, major future stars on their team. William Byron. Was Chase Elliott ever there? I can't remember. But yeah, Noah Gragson. Josh Berry. I mean, all Cup Series talent. Right now we have Carson Quaffle, Sammy Smith. Yeah, I don't know if those guys are going to make it to Cup. Maybe they do. My favorite one at JRM is Allgaier. I like him. And I guess Connor Zilch is hard to root against. He's going to be a beast. I mean, he already is in the Xfinity Series. Truex Jr. Well, yeah, Zilch is pretty much a guarantee for next year at Trackhouse. He's not going to be with Junior Motorsports for long. That's for sure. My buddies are getting on the video game. I think they're wanting to play Call of Duty. But I'm here. Let's see if they have any more angles here. He's going to go to the 99, rebranded 87 for Trackhouse. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if they keep the 99 or if they do switch out for the 87. I guess it just depends on branding and maybe points for some reason. And then Red Bull. Red Bull's very specific about their branding. So if they want him to be in the 99, he'll be in the 99. Ninth stage victory of the season. Justin Allgaier takes stage 2 at Daytona. Justin Allgaier currently leads the point standings. So as long as Justin Allgaier completes the race, it looks like he's going to win the regular season championship. I don't really see a way he can lose here. Wouldn't it be a major plot twist if he goes to the 48? I've seen those rumors, but anytime any driver succeeds, people make rumors about Alex Bowman losing his ride. Every time. I saw the stat. Over the last 10 races, Alex Bowman has the highest average finish. The highest average finish. And it's around 8th. So, I mean, that's really impressive. He's had a great run these last 10 races, I guess. NASCAR.com did an article about it. About Bowman's chances of making the playoffs and not getting eliminated. He just had such a bad run for a while. Just DNFing and just having bad races. It was rough for a while. Justin said he really wants to see a flip, but you want them to be fine. Yeah, I'm okay with that. I love a big wreck here and there, but I don't like them early in the race because I don't like seeing the field go from 30 cars to suddenly 10 competitive cars. That breaks up the race a little bit for me. So if we do get a big one, let's push that as far back in the race as we can. That's what I want. If he gets in the playoffs, he can be a Final Four threat. Yeah, I mean, and he could be a legitimate favorite at Phoenix. You got to remember, Phoenix is the race where Bowman really earned that 88 car. So Bowman knows a thing or two about running at Phoenix. HMS knows a thing or two about putting together a championship car at Phoenix. So if Bowman ever somehow got to the Final Four, especially this season with Phoenix being the last race, he could definitely do it. He could do it. And for, somehow it seems like those Final Four cars are always cheated up a little bit more. Justin said, like, not in the catch fence, but just a generic flip. Yeah. I mean, either way, it's pretty exciting when a car gets upside down. But yeah, like you never want to see them get hurt. Take a look at this wreck one more time. Let that loop for a second. We're still under caution here, and they're in a commercial at the moment. Darkside said there won't be a flip in this race. Ryan Preece isn't racing. Beautiful, beautiful. That is extremely true. Extremely true. Justin said, you'll cry if Blaney wins this year. Like, the championship. Those Penske cars randomly get just tons of speed in the playoffs. So, and they just have crazy luck. Like, Logano should have been eliminated last year, but then Bowman got DQ'd, I think, at the Roval. And, golly, the guy who finishes, I think, 14th in points won the championship last year. Crazy, crazy work. My dad loves this Brad Keselowski commercial where he's just cutting things. I think every time I see him, he brings this commercial up. I mean, so far, we've had 2 crashes that, that have had a couple drivers go around. But we haven't really seen a car with major damage yet. So the field's still pretty strong. Bell also got DQ'd in the final round of 8 race. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Wasn't that the wall ride? All 3 of his title wins. Logano was the lowest finishing driver in the points. Yeah, I didn't know that stat line. That's crazy. Justin said that commercial's... I agree. It's funny. It's well done. It reminds me a lot of older NASCAR commercials. Man, they used to have a lot of more comedy-focused commercials, and they were so funny. They had the Nextel and Sprint had a lot of commercials. Who else had like Michael Waltrip had a ton of commercials. Jeff Gordon had his Pepsi commercials. They were pretty good. Do I do the Cup races as well? That's what Barry Bigelow said. On occasion. On occasion. We will be doing the Cup race tomorrow. Same setup. Here. We'll be showing replays whenever something happens. We'll be monitoring the radar. During a rain delay, we'll sit here and talk it out. And I may throw on some NASCAR gameplay. Might play like NASCAR Heat or NASCAR 03, NASCAR 05, whatever, just to pass the time. We'll be here tomorrow. Rain or sunshine? All right. Look at this. Look at this. Let's look back at the leaderboard. Craziness. Austin Hill has found his way to the lead. Oh, here we go. Here we go. You're scared for your RFK boys? I hate it for RFK. I absolutely hate it. They have 2 drivers right on the cut line. And because of certain drivers winning that probably shouldn't be in the postseason, they're not going to make it without a win. And Brad and Chris Buescher have both had winning speed this year. Ryan Preece, close enough. But, the RFK cars have been looking good. They're looking stronger. And it looks like they're all possibly going to miss the postseason. Only one of them can make it now. So, yeah, Brad locked in the second half. That is for sure. That is for sure. I'm glad to see it. Brad could have stayed with Penske and won championships. He could have won more races. But he went to RFK, and he's rebuilt that organization. All right, we are back. Green flag. Green flag. Yeah, some people really have a negative opinion of Ryan Preece. I've always thought he had the talent. I think RFK will be one of the teams to buy one of 2311's charters from NASCAR. Because right now they're leasing a charter from Rick Ware. It's hard for me to say Rick Ware. All right, back under green. Austin Hill's reign of terror has started. Austin Hill, Jesse Love, 1-2. Yeah, it's good. It'll be nice to see them win. There's still plenty of time for them to get a win towards the end of the season. But typically, cars that aren't in the playoffs do not win playoff races. It's a zombie team. Oh no, we have a car off track. Caution on the racetrack. Anthony Alfredo. Car stalled out on the restart and just didn't get back under power. We were green. We were green. Oh, watch this be the caution that starts bringing out the cautions, because you get to a point to where cautions, you just need one. You just need one caution, and all of a sudden you have 20 cautions. That's an exaggeration, but cautions breed cautions. Sam Mayer's on pit road currently. And we're under commercial now. So we'll pull back open the Twitter. And yeah, this was crazy. This is before we went back green. What is going on here? Interesting. Very interesting. I doubt we have a replay specifically for Alfredo, but we'll see. Yeah, I mean, nothing currently. We'll just search NASCAR, see if we have any updates. Turn off NFL preseason for this. Only TV up here. Correct decision. Good job, Dale Tanhart. He's a fun follow if you guys are on Twitter. Larson would have won the title in 2021 in every point format they ever ran. Yeah, he had a great year. The frustrating thing is guys like Joey and even guys like Kyle Busch that got playoff or championship victories because of the playoffs, like even Chase Elliott, they would still have championships under the Winston Cup format, just different years. There are years where they could have won. So, I mean, not much really changes. Jeff Gordon, though, would have 7 championships. And, like, that's not a guarantee. You know, the cars would not have ran the same way if they had a different points format. But just going off of how they finished in those seasons, Jeff Gordon would have 7 titles. This is crazy to me. We'll see if this holds true, but they say no burnout interview. I'm wondering if that's because of like potential, they assumed rain delays and red flags, so they're just trying to finish the race out. Like, I'm not really sure what's going on there. And not much going on there. What's the latest? 51, 07, 41, 27, 1, and 20 all on pit road. Oh my goodness. Everyone's talking about the peeing car. Cringe. Caution. Anthony Alfredo on track. That's right. Oh, I love seeing that. Somebody's at the track. Beautiful flyby. Stands pretty empty. Pretty empty. That's disappointing. I know it's an Xfinity race and there was a rain delay, but man, that is pretty empty. The 1 and the 20. The 1, the 20. Thank goodness there's no triple numbered cars. Triple numbered cars outside of local short track and dirt racing events. It's just unsightly. It's ugly. I do not like it. I don't follow Ty Dillon. I don't follow David Reagan. I don't follow Bobby Labonte. I do now. Got to give those guys a follow. Right, what's going on the leaderboard? Austin Hill still scored P1. Jesse left second. Parker Kligerman in 5th. That's good. Oh, look at that. Sheldon Creed. It's time for revenge, Sheldon Creed. Activate. Take back what's rightfully yours. And Justin Allgaier 7th. So these guys might be nose to tail, depending on how they hit the choose cone. Brennan Poole. Brennan Poole is a decent plate driver. He is. He can find his way to the front every now and then. All right, Austin Hill starting on the outside. Sheldon Creed on the inside. Jesse Love will back up his teammate on the outside row. Kligerman will take the inside. Allgaier behind him. So we have 2 Fords on the inside and 2 Chevys on the outside. How about that? There's not many Fords in the Xfinity Series, so they have to stick together when they can. It'll be interesting to see how Allgaier and Kligerman work together here. They're talking about their former experience together at Penske, but these guys, they've raced together, you know, on track together, but not as teammates in a long time. So how is that going to work? You can shove anybody you want to the win, but if you have chemistry with them, you know you can anticipate their moves, whether they're going to go outside or inside, or, you know, when they're going to be shuffling around. You can make better progress. Junior talks about how he loved to work with Tony Stewart in the draft. Klongerman. Porker Klongerman. All right, we're back green. Parker was pushing Ryan Sieg so hard there. Yeah, Porker Klobberman for sure. He was all over the back of Ryan Sieg. All over the back of him. Here we go. All right, so I forget who used to bring this up. It was probably Larry Mack. But when they get to around 20 to go, usually in the Cup race, 20 to go. Oh my goodness. One car incident right here. The 32 around. He's able to keep it out of the wall. We're still green. We're still green. Yeah, Raja. I didn't know Raja was in this race. Raja Kirby Carruth. Man. All right, Raja's got to limp it back around. But with these Daytona races, you know, as long as he can make it back soon and a caution comes out shortly after, he might be able to make it back up. Yeah, no caution. Incredible. Ryan Sieg up here fighting for the win. We have two Fords out front. That's crazy. Austin Hill is a very common phobia. A lot of people are scared of Austin Hill. It's a very natural thing. That's tough. That's tough. Who do you think you should pick for driver cam? Yeah, we'll let the chat answer this one. I don't even know who they have. I mean, Harrison Burton, I think, was one of them. And I just like the battle cam, but if you're gonna watch a driver cam, strap in. Hill so you can watch the manslaughter. Justin with the goated answer. That's it. There's your answer. They just ended the battle cam stream? That's crazy. Crazy work from the CW. Let me go to their app and see. I want to see that for myself. What are they doing? Did they end all the streams? That's crazy. What are they doing? Yeah, picture in picture. That's good. That's a good setup there. Oh my goodness. That's wild. The kid with glasses, dude. Yeah, Sheldon Creed. Very beautiful man. No other comments. I don't know. That's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, I went to my CW app and it's not showing the stream up there anymore. Oops. I accidentally paused my stream. I'm gonna go to the CW and see if their website still has it. So bright. I'm guessing because the time slot, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't see the stream anymore. Yeah, I mean, I don't see the Daytona stream anymore. ARCA Race on Fox Sports 1 right now. I'm sure they're just getting massive ratings right now. That's crazy. Man, people are going to be angry about that. Yeah, the CW, the broadcast is still going. But if you're watching it through their app or website, I guess unless maybe you're in the stream already, it ended. I can't find it on the app or website. Yeah, like they had the battle cam and the driver cams on the website and on the app. At Madison International. It's a good thing ARCA's not, trying to get in a race this weekend. Yeah. When people ask to see the race, that's usually where I recommend them, is to go to the CW app or website if they don't have a cable package or an antenna. Because you can watch the battle cam's pretty cool. It's no commentary, but they literally just focus in on one battle on the track at all times. Pretty cool. At least you get to see some of the race. Yeah, Butterbean McQueen. What a guy. All right, 20 laps to go. At least in the Cup Series, this is where it usually gets more intense. These guys aren't as close together as the Cup cars are. So we may be able to make it a little longer, but these cars have been going around for just the slightest contact. Even Austin Hill going for the lead earlier got loose. Whew. We already have a few guys trying to go 3 wide. All it takes is one move and half the field gets wadded up. Justin said these races might end at the same time. They just might. But depending on if we get a big one and how severe it is, we might get another red flag. Probably unlikely. I could see an extended caution. But you never know. These composite bodies don't come apart like the sheet metal cars did. So you don't see as much debris and, you know, cleanup required. Unless it's a really bad wreck. There's 35 or so to go at ARC at a short track. Do you know what lap times they're running? I'm guessing maybe somewhere lower 20s maybe. I don't know exactly how long that track is, so I have no clue. I'm just guesstimating. I don't know. Do you guys think we're going to make it to the end green? Because if we get any cautions at all, it's going to lengthen the race by 10 minutes. (2033) NASCAR Cup Series champion Brendan Butterbean McQueen. Is his last name just Queen or McQueen? Butterbean Queen. I thought it was McQueen. I hope I haven't been saying it wrong this whole time. If I am, I'm blaming Lightning McQueen. All right, the two RCR cars just went to the inside to try to make up some ground. It's just Queen. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I don't know how many times I've said his name on stream, but I'm sure it's like at least 10 times. And I don't think I've gotten it correct once. That is tragic. Man, Austin Hill's in position. If he gets to the lead, the field might have a hard time. You keep switching because you don't watch ARCA races very often? ARCA races are kind of hard to watch. Because any given day, there might be 3 competitive cars. And it's different at some tracks. But even at Talladega, you can clearly see there's some cars that are much faster. And if one of those cars gets out front, you know, good luck. Good luck to the rest of the field. I do like the old Gen 6 bodies on the ARCA cars. Seeing the old Chevy SS out there. Yeah, ARCA definitely can be more boring. It used to be at least a little more competitive, but there used to be a lot more money in the sport. I don't know how ARCA is still running, to be honest. It's a lot of like pay and rental drivers. You can go to racingjunk.com and for $10,000, you can start your very own ARCA race. They don't guarantee you'll be able to run the full thing, but they're like, yeah, you can start the race. $10,000, bam, you're on track. Racing with a bunch of insurance and real estate people. Small business owners. Dude, it is going to be cool to see the Chevy SS. That will be pretty nice. A lot of people are going to be making Gen 6 mods for the ARCA series. Oh, man. I didn't even consider that. That's awesome. That's awesome, Doodlebug. I think you're onto something. I think, and the modding community for NASCAR has been very active. I think mostly because we haven't had a good game in a while, so people are just making their own content. But people have figured out how to mod some crazy things into Heat 5. And there have been new mods posted for 04 just this last week. All right, we're closing in on 10 laps to go very quickly. Yeah, that's exactly what I thought you were talking about, Doodlebug. Your online friend will probably get into ARCA just because he loves racing and his parents are super rich, but his parents hate NASCAR. Well, I mean, ARCA's possibly one of the cheaper ways to get into racing. You know, as far as like stock cars and semi-major racing. He could also try to do the Cars Tour if he's interested in that, or maybe the Whelen Series. I think Kevin Harvick's son is running the Whelen Series. I don't know if they've made that announcement yet, but they've been teasing it. He's going to run in the 62, and it looks like a Ford. Whoa! Caution on the track. Caution is out. Looks like at least a 3-car incident. We are not going to make it clean to the end. The 7-Eleven car is in it. Those 7-Eleven cars look so good. Kyle's looks good. This one looks really good. I like it. Feels like I almost have a nosebleed, but I don't. Jeremy Clementine. All right, let's take a look at this replay. 54 has a flat, gets into the outside wall, comes down the track, gets into the 51. So it looks like just 2 cars in it. I thought there were 3. I guess trying to avoid it, Cesar Baccarella got into it. They haven't shown it yet. Okay, yeah, the 91 did also get involved a little bit. Josh Bilicki largely avoids damage unless they go head on here. They cut the replay too early. I'm watching here. I'm watching here. That's the saying, right? Is your nose dry? Drink something. Yeah, it probably is. It probably is. I think I stay dehydrated most of the time. Not good, but you know, I've been locked in. Been here for 2 hours and 20 minutes streaming this race. All right, let's see if we have a replay. Oh, I paused my stream again. Oh, I need to stop doing that. All right. Surely we have a replay by now, right? No replay yet. As soon as we get a replay of that last caution, we'll pull it up. Go grab. It's too late. I'm locked in. I would have to like get around my green screen. It's a pain. I'm locked in, baby. To the end of the race. I am locked in. No water for me. I'm just gonna die of dehydration. Live on stream. If Ryan C could win, that'd be a pretty cool thing. Smaller team, usually just on the outside looking in. What is SciAps, his sponsor? What is that? A leader in portable analytical instruments has taken over the renowned Field Spec, TerraSpec, and Lab Spec product lines from ASD. What does SciAps do? Portable analytical instruments with the power to measure any element across every major industry. All right, so they're like involved in, what's the term? I don't know. Industrial supplies, I guess. Sieg's a great super speedway racer. Well, it's his time to prove it. Still no replay. Let's check NASCAR's account. See if NASCAR posted a replay yet. No, nothing yet. Go back to Xfinity. Yeah, they're slow in the replays right now. Still no replay. They're killing me. The radar looks good. We have another system all the way on the west coast, west side of Florida. So it looks like we're clear to the finish, more than likely. So we're not under threat of weather, which is good. Definitely good. I didn't know if we were going to get this race in, but things worked out just fine. I've been to so many Talladega races that have either been rained out or delayed, but I've also been to several that the rain just held off, you know, just barely. You can see it in the distance getting closer and closer. We need Kligerman or a Sieg win. I'd be fine with either of those. Allgaier would be fine too. I like him. Sheldon Creed, I'd be fine with. DiBenedetto would be crazy. Absolutely crazy. Almirola has the fastest lap, but he's back in 12th. Come on. There we go. We finally have our replay. Xfinity was slow on that one. There we go, guys. Take a look at this replay. 51 gets quite a bit. That's the most damage we've seen one of these cars take in this race so far. Yeah, the 54 and the 51 both receiving quite a bit of damage. But, you know, if they can get their cars drivable, at least make minimum speed. I don't know if the 51 is going to be able to do that, but the 54 maybe might be able to get back out there. That's quite a bit of damage on the right front. It just caved in. But it's important to get back out on track if you can, because if there's another big one on the restart, you can gain those points, you know? And they might make a difference. They might just make a difference. Yeah, he looked like he had an issue there. Really weird incident right there. Let me go back and look at this. Was that Cesar Baccarella? Yeah, look. I've missed that every time. He comes through the screen so fast. What is Cesar doing? What is he doing? He's just drifting on by. Coming through. I need someone to... Dog. I need someone to edit the Tokyo Drift theme when Caesar comes into frame and just pans out of frame. Has Creed not won this year? I don't think so. I do not think so. All right, Ryan Sieg restarting the outside. Austin Hill behind him. Jesse Love behind him. On the inside, we have Kligerman, Allgaier, Creed, and Eckes. So the battle lines have been drawn. That's crazy. I didn't see that in the replay. I missed that. I was focused down here. He just flies in there. Did no one tell him? Oh my goodness. This is my favorite replay so far. Oh my goodness. That is wild stuff. All right, we're about to come to green. So playoff standings, if Ryan Sieg wins, he'll fill that 9th spot. Jeb Burton and Harrison Burton both locked in, it looks like, on points. They take 12 or 16 in Xfinity. They just showed the top 16, so I don't know. That is just insane. What a crazy. I mean, that's like ARCA breaks right there. He just locked it up and just started praying. It didn't look like he got into anyone. Maybe, like, I don't know how he wouldn't have hit those guys. But he definitely got into the grass. Pretty crazy. All right, we're back under green flag racing. Let's see if we can make it to the end. Now, the front two are pushing pretty hard. That outside has the stability advantage. And the outside has looked pretty strong throughout the race. Oh my goodness. 7's all over the back of the 88. All right, these guys aren't usually teammates, so the chemistry may not be there. Yeah, De Benedetto to P5. Yeah. Yeah, he restarted, I think, 5th on the outside. Behind Jesse Love. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Woo-hoo-hoo. That was wild. Sheldon Creed almost died. He went down off the track. The field got shuffled up a little bit, but we stay green. Kligerman has gotten separated from Allgaier, so he no longer has teammate protection, and Hill's behind him. And we know Hill's not going to work with anyone. Four laps to go. Craziness. 3 wide. Oh, no! Ryan Sieg around! Eckes around. I think De Benedetto's involved. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cars involved. Harrison Burton. Eric Almirola. Back under caution. Well, the big one has struck. Well, the biggest one so far. It's not necessarily, you know, a huge wreck. 87. Justin said, my tears gone cold. I'm wondering why. I got out of bed at all. That's right. That's right. I would play that, but we would get copyrighted immediately. Yeah, De Benedetto is having such a good run. Probably his best run of the year. And just taken out, just like that. Kligerman out front, Hill. So it'll be interesting to see how they line up, because it looks like Allgaier is probably going to back up Kligerman, and Leland Honeyman's going to be probably behind Austin Hill. Probably. Now, watch if... I doubt this will happen, but watch Honeyman go maybe behind Allgaier. Love could possibly be behind Hill. The sandwich wreck too. Yeah, William Sandwich. That's right. Bad block there. They connected at the wrong part of the track. Disappointing. Man. Matt made the wrong moves there. The mild one. I mean, that's the biggest wreck we've had so far, for sure. But in terms of big ones, this was a small accident. They can get much worse at Daytona. You guys know that. Oh, Jamie McMurray just called it a big one. All right. Hopefully we get the replay soon. I'm going to keep refreshing Twitter. As soon as we get a replay, we'll throw it up here. It might take him a minute to clean this up. And I guess we'll probably restart green, white, checkered. Possibly overtime. I'm not sure. Woo! C got in the air a little bit. If that was a next-gen car, he flips. That's a regular cup wreck. Yeah, I mean, even if a wreck is not a certified big one, if it's at a plate track and it's more than 4 cars, maybe, they're going to call it the big one. That's the biggest one so far. Man, 39, rear end got up in the air. If that's the next-gen car, he's flipping. He's just done. Especially if his name was Ryan Preece instead of Ryan Sieg. He is airborne right now. Probably in the catch fence. I like it. Ryan Preece has been leaning into it. He visited, I think he visited Kennedy Space Center earlier in the week. So he posted pictures with him in an astronaut suit. Not in one, but with one. And his helmet for the race, or at least he posted a picture of a helmet. I think he's wearing it during the race. It's a fighter pilot helmet, like a jet pilot helmet. Looks straight out of Top Gun. So he's leaning into the jokes of going airborne, and that's hilarious. What is it about Ryan Preece and flipping? Still no replay. Sometimes Xfinity's like very fast. It'll take them 1 minute to get the replay up. And other times, you're waiting quite a bit of time. Yeah, I probably should have got up during the last caution. Okay, here we go. We have a replay. I think we need to get up. I'll leave you guys to the replay. I'll be right back. If I can get up. I just stepped away, Justin. Yeah, we have the replay up. Yeah, I got a glass of water and an ice cold Dr. Pepper. You're like, Parker will die in this race. I have a bad feeling about Parker. It seems like most of the time when he has any shred of good luck, it goes bad very quickly. So we'll see what happens. We will see what happens. Sheldon Creed's never won an Xfinity race. He has the record for most second place finishes. I'm guessing most second place finishes without a win. Yeah, that's crazy, Jay. That's crazy. He's been in position so many times. Zillich just said Parker's car is as fast as Xfinity Mobile. That's crazy. I heard he was interviewed earlier, maybe earlier today, and he said his collarbone was healing as fast as Xfinity Mobile, and they repaired it with parts from O'Reilly, something like that. Very funny. Very funny. He's going to be a beast. That is for sure. Keep your eye on Connor Zillich. All right. I think maybe next time around they're coming to the choose cone. They haven't hit the choose cone yet. Still waiting on them. Lane choice matters pretty big here. Outside line can be more stable, but it is the longer way around the track. And you also face the issue of someone taking you 3 wide. Our theory was correct. Yeah, Connor Zillich is a cyborg. That's right. When he posted that he was okay, I waited to joke about it until after we found out he was fine. I posted a GIF of, I don't know if you guys have seen 2014 RoboCop, but when they take his body apart and it's just his lungs and head remaining, that's it. I said that's Connor Zillich, and I was like, Morgan and Morgan is paying, they're sponsoring his cyborg body, something along those lines. We can rebuild him. We have the technology. It worked out really well. What is going on? What a odd-shaped body. I don't know. I got derailed by that. All right, I think we're coming to the choose cone here. Thank you, the King is Dead 15. You're so complimentary. I'm thinking Hill, and I think Hill's probably going to end up taking, obviously the opposite lane. He's going to take the front row. And Allgaier is probably going to tuck in behind Kligerman. That's right. Daytona, baby. Play the song. All right. Parker Kligerman taking the inside. Austin Hill to the outside. Leland Honeyman behind Hill. Justin Allgaier on the inside with Jesse Love. So we could have some teammate interference here. Yeah, Love didn't go with Hill. That is crazy work. Absolutely crazy work. But, I mean, Honeyman was ahead of him, right? I'm pretty sure Honeyman was ahead. So he was able to just move ahead. Like, Jesse Love wouldn't have been able to work with him either way. Sammy Smith is back. That's right, row 3. Great rebound. And even Sam Mayer, he spent time on pit road. He's in row 4. Pretty good recovery. And my GOAT, Brennan Poole, the super speedway demon, in row 5. Brennan Poole's probably not going to win this one, but keep your eye on him. We're about to go back green flag racing, boys. All right. Can we make it clean? Can we make it to the end clean? Is Austin Hill going to commit an act of mass terrorism? Stay tuned. Overtime, sponsored by Credit One Bank. I like the sound of that. All right, here we go. 2 laps remaining. Oh my goodness, yes, Austin Hill is a terrorist. Oh my goodness, that was not a good start. Well, if they had done that, Jesse Love right now would have been behind Austin Hill. Oh my, they shuffled Austin Hill out. Crazy stuff. Parker Kligerman up front. The 21 won't win. Yeah, most likely not at this point. Crazy work. So he has two Junior Motorsports teammates behind him. Oh my goodness. He's committed to the outside. Will a caution in the race. Next flag into the race. Allgaier doesn't have any help. Kligerman back out to the front. Single file. He's going to have to block 2 lanes. .48 into the wall. 21 crashes. The big one strikes at Daytona. And Parker Kligerman is going to hold on to win the race. Parker Kligerman taking home the win. So even in a race where Connor Zilic isn't in the car, Connor Zilic's car still won. Honestly, the talent of Connor Zilic knows no bounds. Connor Zilic might be the greatest driver of our generation. He just was in the car for a few laps and still brought the car home P1. And, you know, Kligerman did a good job too. But Connor Zilic, wow, what a day. What a crazy finish. And it was Austin Hill. Austin Hill did commit an act of mass terrorism. That's what a feel-good story. And watch Parker Kligerman get DQ'd. Watch it. Post-race inspection, disqualified. It's coming. I can feel it. And they'll probably mention it here in a second. But I believe Justin Allgaier won the regular season championship. So he's going to get 15 bonus points. Bro, don't break your collarbone again. Connor Zilic just jumped over the pit wall. Man, he is playing it fast and loose. Parker Kligerman wins. That is right, Justin. That is right. What a crazy end of the race. As soon as we get a replay, we'll throw one up of that final crash. Hopefully they post a replay here shortly. Burn it down, Parker. Burn it down. You earned it here. What a perfect ending for Parker. 2 JRM teammates behind him. Didn't even have to defend to the line. The caution came out. But it looked like he probably was going to win either way. Tomorrow, in a little over 12 hours, we have a college football game. First college football game of the season. Man, Connor's running out there to celebrate with Parker. With how clumsy Connor was at Watkins Glen, I'm very worried that Connor's just going to trip and break his other collarbone. Oh my goodness, what a great story. Parker Kligerman bringing home the win. They said they weren't going to do a front stretch interview. They said they weren't going to do one. Did they lie? Or are they just doing the celebration? Dude, they're playing some inspiring music in the background. Oh, what an epic moment for Parker Kligerman. He's such a good guy, too. Just a huge ambassador for the sport. Really, really. Oh, he broke the flag. So Parker Kligerman, he plants the flag in the infield. He tried, and it broke the stick. Awkward. Yeah, Kligerman's getting DQ'd. I feel it in my bones. No way NASCAR is going to let Kligerman have a feel-good story. So does Connor Zilich's car get another win sticker? Or since he wasn't in the car, does it not count? Interesting. And if Kligerman starts in another car, does he get to keep the win sticker? I have so many questions. Awkward, so awkward. Breaking the flag. Let's see if they have a replay of that final crash now. Still no replay. That's frustrating. We do have a picture I can show you guys. Ryan Sieg getting up in the air. If that was Ryan Preece in the Cup car, he's gone. End over end. There was an astronaut that used to come talk where I worked. He would do these little conferences. And his son played for the Clones. So that's my one memory with that team. How do you feel about the Hawkeyes? That's what they're called, right? I'm sure you're a huge Hawkeyes fan. Jay said first time a relief driver won a race since 1977 when Darrell Waltrip filled in for Donnie Allison, who had the flu. That's crazy. That's crazy. Dude, Jay, you're on it with the stats. All right, let's look at media. See if someone's posted a replay. We do have a video of Connor Zilich running out to celebrate with Parker from Jeff Gluck. Jeff's great. One of the best reporters for NASCAR. You like the Hawks too? That's crazy. You like both the teams. Good for you. Good for you. Are you kidding me? Due to Connor Zilich starting the race in the 88, he is credited with the victory. So does he get the win sticker? That's my question. Darkside says, to be technical. What's coming? What's coming? What's Darkside have cooked up? Amarola won in the 20. But Hamlin relieved him. Interesting. Man, I know the race is over, but it's like their admin just logged out. It's just like, yeah, we don't care about the finish. I would love to see a replay. Watch Parker Kligerman fall off the car. Don't fall off the car. That's a little suspect. He's coming out the roof. Illegal car. Anytime I see someone come out the roof, I think they're cheating. The replay's not even been shown on TV. That's crazy work. They usually just pull the replay directly from the broadcast. So, yeah, I wonder what the replay is. That's a crazy backstory. That's crazy. Yeah. So Parker is under Parker Kligerman's name. It says Daytona winner for Connor Zellage. Parker just mentioned that this won't be on Racing Reference as his win. There have been 4 drivers to win in the 88 this year. That's wild. That is a wild stat. Auto Club and Milwaukee Mile in the same weekend was evil. Yeah, that's crazy work. I'm going to qualify and start the car for the race at the Milwaukee Mile. What a crazy turn of events there. Come on. Post the replay. Post the replay. Someone. Anyone. Gonna sting a little bit to win twice at Daytona and have neither count. How about that? How about that? See if anyone has posted about that last lap crash. Oh, here we go. Here we go. We have... There we go. This is the last lap replay. I'm going to go ahead and minimize this just in case. I don't want to get content ID'd. Him winning and JRM equipment might get him a ride in the 88. So the thing is, and it's a big thing, Junior has openly said he's not running a charity. So Parker Kligerman would have to bring a sponsor. So if he can find sponsorship, maybe. Usually they go with younger guys, but, you know, JRM does have a record of having older drivers. Allgaier, Elliott Sadler, Josh Berry was older, so he definitely could step in. That was a pretty good race. They were pretty competitive throughout. The rain delay kind of slowed us down. You think it would be easy for him to get the sponsors? I mean, racing for Junior is already an advantage in finding a sponsor, but the sponsors have to be there for Parker. Amtrak Aviation and More said you got accepted to Arca Menards for next season. Good luck with that. Good luck. We'll be rooting for you. Let us know how that goes. We have a future ARCA champion in the chat right now. Michael Annette, especially with Junior as an owner. Yeah, I mean, it definitely helps. Like, Junior's so marketable. And, I mean, Kligerman has a history of success and just consistent finishes. So, I mean, he would be a good driver to fill the role. Look at that, Austin Hill. Active terrorism, stacking up the field. How about that? Let's take a look at this. What is Austin Hill doing? Man, just, yeah, shoves the 48 up the track, loses it, and takes out half the field. There's also Suarez. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens there. I don't know where Suarez is going to land. But there's a lot of charters up for sale. So maybe Suarez, you know, gets a cup ride somewhere else. But yeah, I mean, it wouldn't be the worst idea for him to go back to Xfinity. And maybe he gets back together with Gibbs. They need someone in that 20 car. Throw him in the 20. He'll do just fine. Crazy work, Austin Hill. Crazy work. That's what they say. P. Cliggy at Day Tiggy. That's right. That's what those in the community say. Absolutely stacking the field up. Wild stuff. If sponsorship can be found, I wouldn't mind seeing Parker Kligerman in the 9 in a race this year. How good is the equipment for the 88? We have thumbs down. That's funny. Somebody wasn't happy. Oh, look at that happy moment. They're hugging. Riley Herbst. I'm not too bullish on Riley. Stop with the rage bait. Stop with the rage bait. We all saw it. We know what happened. Austin Hill is a terrorist. Peyton said, just insane how much the Xfinity car race is better than the next gen Cup car. That is correct. That is correct. All right, Xfinity racing. Have they posted the replay yet? Out of the roof hatch for safety. That's right. Wow, what a low quality gift they just posted. You can see his tire blow before it happens. I am sure. I'm sure you can make that out from this tiny replay. Oh yeah, you could totally see it. You're right. You're right. Yeah, Austin Hill was definitely not at fault. They're actually just showing it right now. They're showing the replay. Not only did he shove the 88 up the track, he ended up losing it himself. Crazy work by Austin Hill. Just stacked up the field. Does the 26 make it through? Wait, where did Brennan Poole finish? Where is Brennan Poole? Is he safe? Is he all right? No! No! Brennan Poole almost made it. No, I mean, the King's Dead said it. I'm definite. He didn't shove the 88 up the track. He shoved the 48 up the track. The 88's to blame. Did Connor race? He started the race. So Connor Zillage is credited with this win. But Parker Kligerman relieved him early on. There was a caution like in the first, I think, 10 laps of the race. And that's when they did the driver swap. Kligerman got in the car and brought it home. Kligerman got the win. But he won't be credited with the win. That's Connor Zillage's win. So my question is, does he get the win sticker? Does it go on Zillage's car? That's my question. All right, they're interviewing Connor right now. You say Connor caused that last wreck? Connor wasn't on track. Connor's not on track. DeBenedetto okay? DeBenedetto was taken out in the wreck before. So I don't even know if he was on track at that time. Let's take a look at the leaderboard real quick. Just to see where everyone finished. We can go back to that replay in a second. So they're scoring Zillage P1, Allgaier second, Sammy Smith third. So JRM 1, 2, 3. Great finishes for them. Carson Quaffle, the fourth JRM driver, in 11th. Brennan Poole bringing it home. Currently scored 8th. Good finish for Brennan Poole, even though the car was torn up. Garrett Smithley, another veteran. Decent finish. Jesse Love getting a 5th. Whereas Austin Hill scored. Austin Hill scored 25th currently. Natalie Decker out finishing Austin Hill. Who had that on their bingo card? Yeah, he definitely took a big hit. I mean, Ryan C took a pretty big hit too. That was a pretty hard hitting wreck. Yeah, Carson's, you know, kind of adapting still. Man, I didn't know Culver's was sponsoring a car. I saw a Culver's logo on the replay that it showed. Parker Retzlaff finishing last, rough race. Anthony Alfredo, also a rough race. Yeah, Benedetto 8 laps down, so I don't guess he got back on track after that last wreck. I haven't heard anything negative, so he may still be in the infield care center, or they just aren't focused on that. Playoff standings. Connor Zilic first, Justin Allgaier second, Austin Hill third. Austin Hill will enter playoffs without playoff points. That's it, folks. The broadcast has concluded. We'll pull back open our Twitter tab. See if we have any other coverage. Michael Waltrip won the 2003 Food City 250 at Bristol 22 years ago today. Pretty cool looking car. That Aaron's Dream Machine was nice. That's great. Look, he's trying to plant the flag and just ends up snapping the flag. That's awkward. But, you know, he gets to keep that memory, I guess. He tried. He tried his best. Parker Kligerman wins Daytona and finally gets his first career NASCAR Xfinity Series win. And it won't count towards his career total because Connor Zilic started his car. That's got to be a first. Might be. Might be. The CW needs to stream live NASCAR Xfinity Series races on its apps because the lack of accessibility is actually insane. Now, the CW said they were going to do that. They said sometime during the summer they were going to introduce streaming to their app and the website, and they haven't done it yet. So that's frustrating. It is what it is. It is what it is. So if you guys are new around here, we have 46 still in the chat. We've had almost 3,500 viewers now in the stream throughout. We do this pretty frequently. We also stream NASCAR content. I do different types of video games, different types of content. So if you guys are interested in following along with us, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And we will be live again tomorrow for the Cup race, rain or shine. So if we're under a rain delay tomorrow, you can come over here and hang out with us, and we'll probably live stream some, I don't know, NASCAR 05, NASCAR 03. You know, we'll figure something out and just pass the time. We'll also keep an eye on the radar tomorrow, so we'll have the coverage locked. I can probably close that tab. All right. We know you're interested. You're always here. Can you come to my place and hang out? It is not, the apartment's not in the condition I would like it to be. You need to come sit on stream with me? There's definitely enough room. Like, I'm not sitting right up against the green screen. Tomorrow, I'm going to be using a different software for my webcam, so hopefully the lighting will be a bit better. Or do you not even want to hang out for the race? There is a college football game tomorrow. I think there's a few. So, that'll be fun. You'll be off camera? No, you can't do that. If you're here, you're on camera. That's how it goes. If you're here, you're on camera. Hey, buddy. He's a good buddy. He's a good buddy. Well, I don't think we have anything else to go over here, guys. if you guys have any thoughts or anything else you'd like to talk about, here we go. What I'm thinking about tomorrow is we may do a pre-race, some pre-race coverage at some point, but we're going to do a 100% Daytona race at some point. So hopefully we can get that in before the race. We do that every week. We'll do a 100% length race for wherever the cup race is located. And then we'll be going live for tomorrow's cup race as well, just like we did today with the live leaderboard, all that. And after the race, we also may do a post-race show. I've been wanting to do that. So if you guys are interested, make sure to give us a follow. And what I'm thinking about doing is talking about the cup race, in the review. I used to do a recorded video, but doing it live, and then doing a section during the stream where you guys can call in on Discord and we can actually discuss the race, so you can just give me your thoughts live on stream. So if you guys are interested in that, give us a follow. We'll try to do that at some point and have a call-in segment, kind of like some of these radio shows do. Kind of like Paul Feinbaum, if you guys have seen his show. We should do Dirt to Daytona. We might. Dirt to Daytona is really fun. Its plate package is really fun to race, so we could do that. But we'll figure something out, and hopefully it's a good race tomorrow. Hopefully we get in the race tomorrow. We're gonna have the threat of rain, so we're gonna have the radar pulled up tomorrow. We're gonna be monitoring the rain, and if there's a rain delay, you can come here and hang out with us, talk about the race. I have a Discord. I do not have a server currently. If we were gonna do that, if I was gonna do a call-in segment, I would set one up. But my Discord name is the same as my name on here, so I'm very easy to find. All right, boys. J. Paul said how to subscribe to your YouTube channel. There is the subscribe button. It should be right below the stream. So whatever you're, watching on computer, TV, whatever, it should be right below. Should be a subscribe button, big old subscribe button. And yeah, that's as far as that goes. If we do the call-in thing tomorrow, have your thoughts loaded up, and I'll just open the floor, and we'll see how it goes. Hopefully it's an interesting race. Once again, I hope we get the race in tomorrow. Let's look at the weather for Daytona. Saturday the precipitation threat has gone down. We might get the race in tomorrow. We might just get the race in tomorrow. Did you do it? If you hit the subscribe button, if it says you're subscribed, then it probably did. I can't monitor that just up to date. But thank you, J. Paul, for at least the effort. I'm sure if you hit the subscribe button, it worked. But yeah, take a look at this. 10%, 20, 25 is the highest. It does go up a little bit around the time of the race, but we might just get the race in tomorrow. It looks like it probably going to be spotty showers like it was today. So that's looking pretty good. Pretty optimistic now looking at that. Hopefully it continues to dry up. Sometimes the heat can burn away some rain, but it's Florida. You never know when there's going to be a rainstorm coming through. But we're going to keep our eye on the weather. We're going to keep an eye on all the other stuff. We're going to be here tomorrow to stream the race, to do a 100% Daytona race. We're going to be streaming all the time. We may even go live right after this with some other random game. So, I don't know. Yeah, hope to see you guys in the next one, wherever that is. Hope to see you guys tomorrow. We're going to go ahead and close out. Good race. Congratulations to Parker Klickerman. Good to see all of you guys in chat. Justin87, J. Paul Stewart, The King is Dead 15, Doodlebug, Darkside, Jaeger Quinn, Amtrak Aviation, and more. See, who have I missed? Well, that's all I can see right now. Good to see all of you guys. You do not have to super chat. I appreciate it, guys. I appreciate it. The King is dead. I appreciate it. But yeah, never feel like you guys have to super chat or anything. You know, just being here is more than enough. I appreciate everybody that pops in, even if there's lurkers. We have so many lurkers. We're sitting at 3,676 views right now on this stream. So, you know, each one of you guys matters. And, you know, couldn't do it without you guys. And I wouldn't do it without you guys. That's a lie. I streamed for years without any viewers. So I'll be here, rain or shine. But I appreciate it. We're going to go ahead and sign out for the day. And if we go live with something else, hope to see you guys. But other than that, have a good one. Get ready for college football tomorrow and a NASCAR Cup Series race to set